What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and what do you know? You couldn't last that long. Couldn't even go a week, could you, Daniel Jose Older? Couldn't even go a week without telling fans that you know better than them, without bashing fans. As an author for Star Wars The High Republic, Star Wars Project Luminous, it's been less than a week since we got this official announcement, since everyone was talking about this new era set 200 years before the movies, and about the people that made up the panel, that made up the team of the authors that were going to be behind this. Now, I made a video while Project Luminous was being announced and right after, talking about a lot of things, including the famous board. We all know about the board that had diversity and representation on it under Star Wars wishes. And I gave my thoughts on it. Now, I didn't sit there and focus on it, as a lot of other people did. I focused more on what they're supposed to be giving us for the High Republic and why I'm skeptical. And I said I was pretty skeptical, but I also said this. Overall, what do I think about this reveal? What do I think about this project? I think that this could be an opportunity for them to show us that they can make something without identity politics, something that does respect the fans, something that they do care about canon, and they work within each other, and they don't contradict anything. But I do not believe that they can do that. I simply don't. And not too long after that, we were all proven right that they're not going to be able to deliver something without identity politics, at least not if they continue to behave like this. We have Daniel Jose Older right here. Let's see what he writes. He says, "My new favorite argument is, Star Wars has betrayed me, a true fan, by having characters that don't look like me, so I will leave the fandom to those fake fans who," checks notes, "have always been fans, even when no one looked like them." First of all, how many people have you heard say that? How many people have you heard say that, well, not every person on screen looks like me, so that's why I don't like Star Wars anymore? Is that what's going on? Have I said that? Have I said that, Daniel Jose Older? Have you been watching my YouTube channel? Is that what I've ever fucking said? No, I haven't. What I've said is that there's a problem because they're focused more on this identity politics and this diversity than they are on a good story. I don't have anything wrong with female heroes. In fact, instead of your garbage tier garbage tier comic, what I would much rather have is a comic based on someone like, or a story based on someone like Jaina Solo. Give me the Sword of the Jedi. Jaina Solo is a great character from the Star Wars expanded universe, and she had a planned trilogy until Disney bought it and shut it down and decanonized the expanded universe, turned it into Legends. I would kill for a female-led story such as Sword of the Jedi. But you probably don't care about that, right? She doesn't look like me. How can I possibly want that? Let's see what more he has to say. Someone the other day was in our mentions saying that Star Wars has always been diverse. I just don't see alien creatures as humans, which, well, yes, I admit it. That's true. Star Wars is literally a galaxy full of different species, so many different characters that look, sound, talk differently than each other. But it's interesting to track how the series has evolved in its treatment of non-white or non-human sentient species. The Empire stays pretty solidly human, while the Rebellion increasingly has a cross-section of being types, which were mostly presented in the Other early on. Anyway, and then here we go. This is the best part. A just straight-up lie from Daniel Jose Older. Anyway, these are the cats leaving 1-star reviews on Star Wars books that haven't even gotten to our editors yet, not to mention been released to the public. Then he encourages people to go leave fake reviews. So if you love a Star Wars author or any author, please do drop a review on their Amazon and let the world know. Now let's go to Amazon, since you mentioned Amazon. Let's go to Amazon. High Republic, Into the Dark. That's weird. I don't see any ratings on there. Star Wars Light of the Jedi. That's weird. I don't see any ratings on there. High Republic, A Test of Courage. No ratings. But I go to something like Star Wars Red Harvest. Oh, there's ratings. Here, this is out. There's ratings there. This is out. There's ratings here. So where are these 1-star reviews at? Star Wars Light of the Jedi should be the first one to come out. Where can I rate this? I would really like to put a rating on this. Where is it? I don't see it anywhere. That's strange. So you're telling me that Daniel Jose Older is just making this up? Would that be a surprise to anyone that Daniel Jose Older is making this up? Look, Steve Kenobi's right on top of it here. That's right, Stieg. Good job. You're 100% correct. Show us these 1-star reviews. You can't. Daniel Jose Older is a liar, and Daniel Jose Older doesn't give a crap about fans. And in fact, Daniel Jose Older is so obsessed with race that it's surprising he can even operate a computer, that he's not just sitting there marching for some sort of message. Because let's look at Daniel Jose Older. I gotta say his whole name. He deserves it. I gotta respect him. Gotta say his whole name, Daniel Jose Older, even though it's annoying as hell to say. Let's look at his history. Now, Ichibaka has done a pretty good job of recording a lot of stuff like this. This is a long list of all the race-obsessed tweets that Daniel Jose Older has had over the years. And it's pretty disturbing. Now, he also did one about what we're talking about now. Basically, Daniel Jose Older barks something about looking like them. Now, if you don't go to DisneyStarWarsIsDumb.com, if you're not subscribed to Ichibaka or Fandom over on Twitter, I do implore you to do so. It's a good idea for yourself. He just went over all of these things that we just went over right here. But... and here, he says this. I don't know where Daniel is seeing these 1-star reviews, but maybe those cats are reviewing the books so much as they're wanting the purchasing public seeing the seething hatred of the writers of Project Luminous have for old white men. But that's just speculation. Exit question. Who was that one other author who complained about 1-star reviews? Who was that again? Oh, that's right. Someone who looks like this. Chuck Wendig. This sounds exactly like the BS that Chuck Wendig was peddling. He was the one complaining about review bombing. It couldn't have been that the Aftermath trilogy was just hot garbage, that he wrote things like the tie went wibbly wobbly and herkly jerkly. It couldn't be about that. It couldn't be about the way that you forced the sexuality of this character to be extremely creepy. It couldn't be that, right, Chuck Wendig? It couldn't be that your book was just garbage compared to what people loved in the expanded universe. Had to be something wrong with the fans. And of course, that is what Chuck Wendig continued to say. Their names changed. MRA, Incel, Gamergate, Comicsgate, Sad Puppies, real Star Wars fans. But the heart of it's the same fragile rage born of poisonous chemical combination of white supremacy and toxic masculinity. Of course. Help, I fell down a weird rabbit hole of you Star Wars fans. OMG, these people. Here's what happened next. Some numbnuts tagged me in a thing about boycotting my upcoming Darth Vader annual issue. And I saw some stuff. We know Chuck Wendig's history. We know what happened. And we know that Marvel and Disney ultimately fired him. Are they going to do the same for this POS, for Daniel Jose Older? Let's take a look at his history, because I can tell you they've had plenty of reason to be concerned. I'm going to start just by scrolling down slowly so you can see the amount of times. These are all the times that Daniel Jose Older has tweeted something about race, tweeted something about white people in some form of derogatory fashion. I'm still scrolling. Now, some of it is basically, you know, the old, oh, I'm so tired of white people are awful. Some of them is just random jokes, maybe about white women being messy or something like that. But nevertheless, here, let's just read this one. A black woman stands up against white supremacy in the Oscars and gets hate from brown folks acting like they were being excluded. We get an Afro-Latino Spider-Man and brown folks wondering out loud on Al Gore's interwebs when we get a Latino Spider-Man. End it, Highlander Jesus. I understand where the feeling of there can only be one comes from, but it's not a mystery. It comes from white supremacy, and that's where pushback needs to be aimed. Pushback and other folks of color for simply honoring their histories as part of one and onlyism. That doesn't mean we can't critique each other, but doing it in service of white supremacy for the mere act of commemorium or remembering of honoring, no. This is him blaming the actions of, as he puts it, brown folks on white supremacy. That's literally what he's doing right here. But let's continue on. Here we go. Publishing loves a scammer. If the scammer is white, they get to write the book. If not, it's about them. When Trump was running on a white nationalist platform, folks were like, well, let's just see what happens and give the guy a chance. And now he's implementing his white nationalist platform, and we are dying. It's the same dithering, well. Just more stuff about white men. Let's see, what else? But damn, if it wasn't some white hipster savior fantasy, I'd be okay. Or, okay, I'm done. That's all I had to say. Bye. I honestly never in my life thought a show about white women staring at the ocean would catch me like this. But that's the power of great acting, writing, and directing, I guess. Every one of these tweets has something to do with race. Wow, millennials are even ruining all white workplaces. OMG. He definitely met white Jesus, though. What else? One interesting thing I learned from Infinity War is there are actually 2 white women in the Avengers Club, not one as I had previously thought. The whole thing is horrifying, and it keeps striking me how the men attacking pronounced ing and others described in her essay I just retweeted parrot the language and tactics of white supremacists while pretending to be anti-racist. So vile. Every one of these tweets. Guys, I'm still scrolling. I've been scrolling for minutes now. I've been scrolling for minutes now. This is talking about former Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Good, because they sounded like effing we rate dogs for white supremacists. Maybe it's a lifetime of working in white-ass Hollywood, but Lee doesn't have any trust or faith in his audience. Maybe he shouldn't. Maybe that's why America's like this. But if that's who he's making movies for, well, I don't know, man. I don't even know what he's talking about. Look at all these. White liberal coastal elite, very white supremacist. That is, all right, that's everything. We finally got to the end of this. We only read snippets. We only read portions. I'm sure there's worse stuff in there than I read. I just read random stuff as I was going. But there's no doubt that he couldn't even go a week without crapping on fans for not seeing it the same way he does. Please give me the list of people that are upset because characters don't look like them in Star Wars. There's many more people that are upset because of what you did to Star Wars, what these people have done to Star Wars, the Star Wars we love, to the characters we love, how they've destroyed the legacy, they've destroyed the lore. And it's been all about some kind of identity politics push with garbage movies and garbage books. Now, I will say there's more good books and good comics out there than there are movies, mostly because they've done a lot more of them. And even some of the people involved in Project Luminous have done good work before when they can keep their identity politics out of it. But do you think this person has any fear whatsoever of repercussions just a week after this big announcement that was made that he's going to be such a big part of Project Luminous and he puts out a rant like this? No, he doesn't. Let's look at these responses. Stephen Wayne, absolutely. Culture Casino, wrecking him. Professor Logos, wrecking him. Lethal freaking Lightning, wrecking him. High Republic is the chance to prove Disney Star Wars can truly be creative and bring us a great product, but yet you can't go 1 week into the announcement without dunking on consumers with the same stupid nonsense. Why is this? The Chad, wrecking him. Everybody come out and wrecking Daniel Jose Alder, but it's not going to matter because they don't care what we feel. This is where they think our argument's framed. Star Wars has betrayed me, a true fan, by having characters that don't look like me, so I will leave the fandom of those fake fans who have always been fans even when no one looked like them. It must be sad to live in a world like Daniel Jose Alder where you're literally just completely obsessed. He is the one who is obsessed with whether people look like him or not, based on his history of tweeting. I don't know how he can meet deadlines. How can he meet his deadlines for comics and novels when that is the kind of activity he has on Twitter? How does he have the time? I don't know. I kind of hope that he doesn't get it in on time and it's all late. Like I said, like the clip I showed, this was a chance. Project Luminous, the High Republic, was a chance for them to reset, for them to show that they can have some respect for fans and craft an interesting story. But it looks like when there's people like Daniel Jose Alder writing for you, and he feels like he can just go out and attack fans however he wants, we know that's never going to happen. Let's just be real. We know it's not going to happen. It could have been a great opportunity, and they're already squandering it. They have already turned off any of the fans that they could have possibly had by tweets like this. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, give us your feedback about Daniel Jose Alder, and if this has changed your mind at all about Project Luminous, about his lies about 1-star reviews, all of that nonsense. Smash the like button, share this video out there, ring the bell for notifications, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.